Hi, beloved. This is Tamala with your Empowerment Place, and I wanted to ask Zed what their opinion is or what they see for what's going to happen with Trump in the coming election. Now, when we had spoken with them right after Biden was elected, and even before, they had said that the election was going to be very, very close for the Trump and the Biden election, and that everyone needed to choose, right? Because this is a place of personal empowerment. The earth is a place of personal empowerment and responsibility and personal authority. And that's one of the things that we're here to learn. And so voting is one of those things that we're required to do as someone who is in a physical body, in the earthly experience in America, right? Because that's how it's set up. And so we have to function within the parameters of how it's set up. And if we don't like how it's set up, then we need to do things, take action, vote to change those ways, right? And so anyone that is quote spiritual and they tell you, oh, I'm too elevated to vote, I'm too high vibrational to vote, they're lightwashing, right? They're full of it. They have convinced themselves that they are no longer responsible for what happens in the human experience. And honestly, as long as you're in a physical body, you are responsible, right? You have requirements and responsibilities that you have to participate in as long as you're in a physical body. And when you're done with that, you leave the physical body, right? And it's not negotiable. So anytime that you're not doing the things that you're supposed to do, right, your responsibilities, then you're not doing your responsibilities. And that's going to create some karmic consequences for you that you're not going to prefer. Those are going to be things that come and present themselves to you as disempowerment in your life, right? And that is not something that we want to promote on this channel or in this community, because what we promote is 100% personal empowerment. Okay. And voting is one of those things. And so when we had talked before, they had said that Biden was not long for this world, that if he lived through, that he had the opportunity to live through the first election, right? The first 4 years, but that he could, if he felt comfortable, he could leave. And being comfortable, meaning he had done everything that he had set out to do. And so because of everything that was happening in the Republican Party, the Republicans did not do, they didn't do the integrous things. They did the let's create chaos and confusion and let's really kind of foobar the whole thing. And that is part of the negativity. That's part of the negativity that exists on the planet. And when we say dark and light, that is part of the dark. Chaos is always a representative of negativity energetically, and it's always a representative of quote dark if you're doing dark versus light. And so make sure that you're paying attention to who are the House of Representatives and the senators that are doing this chaos work, right? Who they are they representing where you live? And if they are, do you have an alternative person that you can vote for in the election? Because if you are voting for the chaos candidates because you can justify it in your head, oh well, I agree with them on this one issue, so I'm going to vote for them, regardless of the total amount of chaos that they're putting out into the world right now. I'm gonna just put my blunders on and I'm gonna vote for him because of that. Okay. You are creating in your own karmic consequence and your own karmic stash, right? Your cache of karma, you're creating an opportunity to receive one area of alignment in your life and chaos in everything else. So if you have the experience of doing that, of voting in the last election, of, oh well, I'm just, this person agrees with me on abortion, so I'm going to vote for them and I'll ignore all the rest of it. And since that time, you've had maybe one area or less of your life that has been focused and clear and functional, but all the rest of it has been chaos. That's why. Okay. It is real that our choices create our consequences. Now, if you didn't vote in the last election because you light washed, right, and you said, oh, I'm too high vibrational for that, then you may be having the experience of having situations in your life where you have no power, things that are important to you where you have no power, and you may not even know it consciously. Now, subconsciously, you know it, you're aware of it, right? Your soul knows it, your spirit knows it. But your brain or your consciousness might be ignoring it because it doesn't want to take responsibility. Because light washing, remember, is a lack of responsibility. So if you have put yourself in a situation by not choosing not to vote because you think you're better, right? You're higher than that, then you've put yourself in the situation to have the experience of deluding yourself, because that's what light washing is, in your life, where you think that you have power that you don't actually have. And so if you've started to notice, especially after this eclipse in March 2024, today is the 26th, so the eclipse was yesterday. So if you are noticing in your experience that, hey, I thought I was in charge of this. I thought I had power over this. And I'm finding out, I really don't have any power. My partner completely ignores me when I ask for help or assistance or advice, or if I try to give support or advice. I'm completely rebuffed. They don't listen to me. They don't pay attention to what I have to say. You gave your power away by not voting on the things that are important to you. Now, I'm not telling you in any of this, I'm not telling you what to vote for. I'm telling you that you have to understand how energy works and how choice works. Karma is just the consequences of our choices. And when you're making choices, you're taking action or not taking action, both of those are choices. You are going to receive the consequence for that choice. Okay. So, Zed and the High Council of Light talked to us a lot um, during COVID, before, the whole thing. So the reason that he has stayed during this first 4 years is because he didn't get to do everything that he wanted to do because the Republicans were creating a lot of chaos. Okay, so that's why he's staying for the second one. His intention, his sole intention, spirit intention, his sole purpose for this particular experience. So if you're a person that is really enthusiastic about Trump, and you're really enthusiastic about MAGA, and you're really enthusiastic about all the chaos that is being brought on the planet and in the government systems, and then the laws and the rules and all the restrictions that they want to put on people, this channel is not going to be for you, because I'm about empowerment, not overpowering other people, which is 100% of what the Republican Party is trying to do in this evolution, right? Where it is right now. It wants to empower people and disempower people. And that's not what we're going to have on this channel. So if that's you, you're probably going to want to move along because I'm not going to have good info for you. Chaos is a killer. Okay. It will kill you mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. It will hold you back spiritually, and you will be left behind. Okay. If you're a Christian and you believe in the rapture, you will be left behind because that's what chaos does. I hope that gave you some information. I know it was rambling. I know that, but that's okay. So look for the channeling where we ask Zed and the High Council of Light about their thoughts on the upcoming election. I'm hearing right now that that Trump's intention is not to go to prison. Those are his top two. Is it possible that he could be adjudicated to be mentally incapable of standing trial? It's possible, but his ego won't allow that. Most likely, his number one choice is he will flee to a partner country, meaning North Korea or Russia, not China. Maybe Saudi Arabia, but most likely North Korea or Russia. Uh, those are the places that are most forefront in his mind um, that will um, let him be there, right, and be safe and not be extradited. Because when he visited Putin in that private meeting that he had with him, he did give him government documents. That's why he met with him privately without anyone else there. He did give those. And so Russia owes him. Okay. There's a high probability he did the same thing with China. But no, who knows? And remember, all of this is based on the information we have right now, is for information and entertainment purposes only. And we'll see what comes out. I mean, if all that stuff happened, it will come out for sure. Okay, let's get to the channeling.